Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at SXP then. So another coin that I suppose I'm not here to blow my own trumpet, but I wanted to trade this in bot pairing as well as spot. So I got in probably a little late. I should have got in around these zones. I got in around here basically. So I've obviously made some decent money. I've been trading this since the 25th, 9 o'clock on the 25th. Which was what is this, 21st, 25th, 25th, around about here. So this is my entry point roughly. So it's done well, but when you're bot trading it's different. You don't want everything to pump straight away, but now that it's pumped and BNB looks like it's going to pump, I'm going to leave my bot to carry on making the profit. I mean, I can't complain, it's 300 quid in bot profit, plus obviously the amount of SXP that I'm holding and the BNB that I'm holding, so obviously we made a couple of grand there, but I'm not here to talk about specifically that. I'm talking about where's it going to go from here. So this is my expectation. Once we broke above this trend line, which we've broken above here, so you see it basically corresponds to these rejection levels here. Boink here, boink here, boink here, boink here, and whoopsie daisy, we're above it. So now it looks like we came down to try and test it. I'm not saying that we can't come down again to test it. This would be $1.17, $1.18. My expectation at this point is now to come up to test the next level, which is all the way up here, which sounds ridiculous, but this is SXP. If it is digging itself out of this giant hole, then yeah, this is my target. This is how I see it play out. So just a bit of an overview of how I came to this conclusion that this was going to happen is basically we've seen this dying off slowly but surely, and then we saw this ultra dumpage, and this is often you see this on certain coins. And again, I made a video. Must have been last week, I suppose. Maybe it must have been. I don't know. It was several days ago before I got into the trade. And I was breaking the chart down basically. What we see is we see these things here, which is basically that I can't take it anymore. The last few remaining people that were stuck in this trade, just giving up and getting out. And you saw this with Bitcoin in 2018, when it went from 6,000 to about 3,300. And people just couldn't take it anymore. They're like, oh, that's enough for me. I can't take it. I'll take what I've got left. That's basically what happened here. And then from then we get to rise again. So it could be slow, and it can be you have to have patience. But I think with this one, the volatility is increasing. Things are different in the market these days. You've not only got leverage, but you've got up tokens. You've got everything. This is a coin that's backed by Binance. Clearly. Fundamental use case, everything's going for it in theory, so we might end up seeing massive FOMO into it all over again. And so when we're thinking about FOMO, where's the most reasonable targets for us to think about taking profit? Now, for me, I would say it's around about here, $1.72 to maybe as high as $1.87. That's just the first target, alright? So I'm not saying that this is where it ends. I'm saying this is the first reasonable target for the next big push up, and maybe a rejection. I'm not saying that it's going to die from here. So just some people, I suppose, send me a lot of questions and silly messages, when this overshoots and things like that. Part of the way to trade successfully is to take profit at identified areas, and this is an identified area. We had this area zone down here, we had it here as well, so it would be reasonable to assume that it's going to be here again. And I'm not saying take all profit. When something gets FOMO, when something like SXP, which is likely to get FOMO because people see it, and it'll be who knows what Binance will be saying about it, but there'll be a campaign about it, maybe a trading competition, who knows what there'll be. So there is likely to be a massive overextension from here, but this would be a take profit area. So between 25 to 50% profit taken from here, let the rest ride, see what happens. But still, even if it does reject from here, which I expect it would, then at least you've got some of that profit that you've made. You can either reinvest it into this, or you can put it into something else. You're not all eggs in one basket kind of deal, if that makes sense. And that's how I like to trade. And so this is my realistic price target for it, which again, I'm saying it's realistic. It's also a bit moon boy. That's 30% from there, and 40% to there. That's pretty moon boy target. Considering where we were yesterday, we were this would have been a 68% move and an 82% move. So I'm not a moon boy. I always have to put this across. I'm not a moon boy. I analyze, I break down charts, I trade them, I bot trade them to hedge against my risk. I do all kinds of different things, but they're all based on what the chart is telling me. It's not based on me trying to accumulate views or become popular or anything crazy like that. It's about me trying to break a chart down, let you know what I'm planning on doing, and then I don't show all my spot trades. I don't really see why I should, but I do show my bot trading. I'm transparent when it comes to bot trading because there's a lot of people wanting to know about bot trading. There's no point in me showing you my ins and outs on spot trading. I've basically told you what they are now already. But yeah, this is the deal for SXP. This is my realistic price target, and if we overshoot from here, it will be pretty phenomenal. We would have areas up here around $2.64. It would be our next target, but until we get to this level, there's no point in me even drawing anything in around there. That is a long way away, but it's still relatively accessible if you think about it. It's a 100% move from where we are at right now. We are technically in an alt season. As you can see, Bitcoin dominance is bleeding still, so there's no reason why SXP can't make a move like that. I say it all the time, and I say it on my Patreon live streams, which you can have access to 2 times a week for £7.50 a month. And I basically say this alt season is being played in a very specific way. It's been played on the back of Bitcoin's dumpage. So Bitcoin dumps, everything dumps. Then altcoins pick up the pieces at a larger pace. So basically what's happening is the market cap is being taken away from Bitcoin bit by bit, dump by dump, going into altcoins, and it's becoming it's picking up pace and it's becoming a self-fulfilling prophecy. The rotation is what it's known as, a rotation of money coming out of one asset going into another. Now Bitcoin obviously took a giant portion of the market cap away from all altcoins for a very long period of time, and now altcoins are getting it back from Bitcoin. It's generally how it works. It works like this in stocks, it works like this definitely in crypto, and that's what we're seeing right now. This is why it makes it harder to trade, because every time a piece of market cap takes Bitcoin over the edge, money comes out of it and it pushes it just over the edge below like our next level of support, for instance. We'll take another sizable leg down, and because the rest of the market follows Bitcoin, it will also follow on the way down. But then what happens is that money gets reinvested into the altcoins, which is basically what's been happening, which makes it harder to trade, I have to say. Every single altcoin should be traded with Bitcoin in the corner of your eye. You need to see what's going on with Bitcoin to understand what's going to happen to your altcoin in the short term. Long term though, as it stands at the moment, with this kind of setup, with this kind of dominance bleed out, it would appear that altcoins are going to continue going up against Bitcoin going down, but that's not without extreme volatile moves, which is one of the main reasons I like to use bot trading, so I can make money on the way up and on the way down. It's a perfect scenario really for bot trading. Anyway, I'll leave it with you there, but thank you for watching. Have a nice day. You take it easy.